Hey everybody, welcome to the Lynn Life and happy spring. We got another beautiful day up here in central New York State. See what this is right over here? I'm trying to hold the camera steady here. Right there, that's my new smoker. It's been a long time coming, but I've been planning this for a while, like 10 years, and I finally got one. And today we're cooking ribs, and we're going to bring you along on that adventure. So let's get going. My name is Jonathan, and I'm a caregiver for my wife Lynn, who has a permanent brain injury. Things are a bit different now, but we're doing the best that we can. Join us as we experience the Lynn Life. Yes, it smells pretty good right here, right now. The smoke's pouring out of it. Justin and I earlier, we put the ribs in, and I kind of set them up. Now this isn't a review yet of this particular smoker. I'm going to do that later because I haven't really cooked anything on it yet until today. So I just got it this week. So I'm learning. I'm a newbie. And I'll explain a little bit of what I got. It's a Masterbuilt electric smoker, and I chose electric. I wasn't going to go electric originally, but I ended up choosing electric because it's good for a beginner. It's good for a beginner, and it gives me a very consistent heat. So. If you're new to this and you say you go with charcoal or something else, you may not be able to reproduce whatever you've created another time. And so I want something that's a little bit easier. I still got to play with a little bit the smoke or the hickory chips that I have in it a little bit burned down. I got to add new ones. One of the things I liked about this one is I can add smoke chips to the smoker without having to open up the door, so it doesn't lose heat. So that was one of my choices, but I checked out other people's reviews, and this seemed to be a good one. So that's what we're doing. So in addition to the smoker itself, I opted to get the stand that it rests on. It brings it up a little higher. I also bought this ThermPro or ThermoPro, whatever it's called, thermometers, these wireless thermometers where you can put there's 4 probes you can stick into meat, and I also have one set to record the ambient temperature of the smoker, because it does differ a little bit from the probe that's in the stove or where it's in the stove, because the stove has its own has a little thing on top which tells me the temperature, and I set the timer and everything on it. So I'm sure I'm gonna learn a few things and learn what to do or what not to do, but right now these ribs are on there for 4 hours, and I'm hoping they're good. I did a dry rub on them. There were a couple recipes that called or suggested that you first coat the ribs in mustard and use that as a binding agent for the dry rub, and I did that. I did that this time. I thought that was a little bit different, so I did that, and you know, I'm going to keep experimenting with this smoker throughout the summer, and I hope to be able to do a review later on when I actually I'm a bit more knowledgeable and know how it's working. So it's more, more accurate review, but I'd like to do that. But I love playing around with things. I do enjoy cooking to a certain degree. I love grilling. So this smoker, it falls right into that category. And I'm looking forward to smoking things like fish, uh, a beef brisket eventually when I'm a little bit more knowledgeable. And I've also thought of smoked chicken wings. That would be good. And so, yeah, as time goes on, I'll get better at it. But I knew today was going to be a nice day. It's going to hit around 80 degrees again today. Day before yesterday, we had snow flurries. So it's a real roller coaster up here during the spring. And you never know what you're going to get. But it's warm today. Tomorrow it's going to cool down. Then next week's going to cool down again. Then it'll get warm again. And that's fine. I'm all right with it. What else was I going to say? There was something else I was going to say. Can't remember. That's the problem with... I just turn the camera on and start rambling. So whatever comes to mind, that's what I talk to you about. Hope it's okay. Hope it doesn't bother you. But I am looking forward to what comes out of there, and we're going to show that to you. And we're going to do a taste test. And of course, Lynn is going to be one of the testers. And it'll be interesting to see what she happens to say. She's just recovering from a cold, by the way, which is not unusual this time of year when the temperature is up and down. It really stresses your body out, and it affects your immune system. So getting a cold this time of year isn't unusual. I think I got it too, a little bit, but kind of fighting it off. It's not too bad. Well, one thing I didn't mention is that the wireless thermometer system there, that Thermo Pro or Therm Pro, whatever it's called, as an app on my phone, so I can see the temperatures in there right now. So I actually have 3 of them in there right now. 2 are in meat, and 1 is actually an ambient, and I don't really understand that. It doesn't seem like, maybe I don't have them in there right, but I know the temperature you want to achieve for the meat is 165 degrees internal temperature, and they're already above that, so that's not right. So I probably don't have those right. But I'm not going to pay attention to those right now. The ambient temperature is correct, so I'm getting the ambient temperature from the display on the stove, and I'm getting one from the wireless thermometer as well, and they're close but a little different, a few degrees, about 5 degrees difference, I think, on average. But I like all that tech. I like that stuff, so that's why I'm enjoying this. So, but I can't wait to have these ribs. And they one thing that makes you hungry is smelling the smoke that's coming from the top of that. And I think I mentioned earlier that I can put more smoke chips in there without having to open up the door of the smoker, which really lets out a lot of hot air and lets the smoke out. So I just soon keep that closed. I recommend you keep that closed. But the smoke chips do burn down, and as soon as I see the smoke kind of dissipating, I will add more chips, and that seems to work. And then the temperature goes up a little bit too when you add the chips. So it's a lot to learn, but it's fun. It's fun to learn new things. See if I can look. This is one of the... Let's see here. Oh. No, 35 minutes. 35 minutes to go, and we're done. This, the display on here, it's tough to see in the sun. And this is that Thermo Pro. It's Thermo Pro, by the way. Thermo Pro. And I have 4 thermometers stuck in there. 2 for the meat and 1 for the ambient temperature. Okay, so hot, and it burned. I'm gonna take, can you see it, Justin?
Yep.
Get right in there. That's the first rib, boy, it looks good. This prong is in it. Diane, Justin, you already tried a piece, didn't you?
It's a small piece.
And it was good?
Yeah, good.
So, what do you think of the ribs?
I love them.
You take a bite? Tell me what do you think?
Took a bite of them. They are delicious.
Okay, here's the test. Lynn likes them.
I think they are good.
Fall off the bone and they're delicious.
They are very, very good.
My virgin voyage. First time cooking anything on a smoker.
Wasn't it? Boy, you did a good.
Smelled so good cooking it. And these ribs, they aren't tough at all. They're very tender.
Yeah.
Tastes good. Very, very smoky. The whole house smells like smoke. Hickory smoke. Big success. Hey, Lynn. Should we put a close on this video as we eat? What do we usually say? We'll see you.
We'll see you next time on the Lynn.
That's good. Let's do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. We'll see you next time on the Lynn Line.